The rear links are pretty straightforward. However, the front links are custom and can be a little tricky to identify the correct orientation. Welcome back to Pixel Hobbies. Here you'll find RC reviews, upgrades and mods, and run videos related to RCs. So if you want to see more, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. In my previous video, I started the SCX24 the Killr Chassis Spectr build series by going over the components that I'll be using and also mocked up the Spectr chassis kit. Today I start the actual build. One thing, it's not an actual step-by-step install video, but more of tips and lessons learned in putting the build together so far. Here's the build looking so far. It's a roller at this stage, and it's well on the way to getting it done. Tip number 1. Do not put together the chassis kit. In order to install the links, it's easier to have the chassis apart, so I had to disassemble the kit. Also, it helps to install the links at the transmission side first. Tip number 2. Be sure on the orientation of the Spectr link set from SCX24 The Spectr chassis is designed to use the C10 chip length links, but at the recommendation of the Killr Chassis, I went with the high clearance links for the Spectr kit from SCX24. Here's a photo showing the orientation of the front and rear links. The rear links are pretty straightforward. However, the front links are custom and can be a little tricky to identify the correct orientation. What confused me on the orientation was that it is sold as high clearance links. So I was trying to figure out a way to install the front lower link with band that would offer me high clearance, but in reality the dual band links are front lower links and it is a straight link. The sides that are closer together goes on the transmission side, and the band allows clearance of the drive shafts. Tip number 3. Pick up the right servo mount. The high clearance links for the Spectr kit from SCX24 is a full link setup. Therefore, you will need to have a servo mount that allows for full link. Also keep in mind that I'm using the bigger AGFRC servo, which is basically a rebranded Rift Micro 99. Here are the 3 different types of servo mounts that I had. 2 of them are 3D printed Emax full link servo mounts from Thingiverse. The mounting points for the links are in different locations. This one has the link mounting point on the side, and the other one has in the rear of the servo mount. The third one is the stock servo mount that I modified to fit the AGFRC servo, but it's not ideal as it leaves a gap on the front, as you can see here. Additionally, when the links are mounted, the front upper links are a little bit too long, making the caster of the axle too far off. I reached out to SCX24 about it. He is using the NSDRC SCX24 aluminum mount. He did say the newest revision has the upfront upper links a bit shorter so that the other servo mounts will have the correct geometry. I did, however, order the NSDRC's SCX24 aluminum mount, which seems to be the best solution. The kit comes with the mount and all the necessary hardware. I like that the link mounting tabs is lowered so that the servo sits flush. And since it's made with high quality machined aluminum, it should be much more durable solution. Tip number 4. Install the overdrive gears while the axle is out. I wasn't overly impressed with Trio's 14% overdrive option. Since then, Trio has released the 23% overdrive gears, so I'm going to give that a try in this build. Since you will be disconnecting the drive shaft and removing the knuckles, the diff cover, and the axle shafts, it will be much easier to install the overdrive gears while the axle is out. And make sure to reinstall the O-rings as you put it back. I have much more work to do, but the build is starting to take shape. Hope you found the information helpful and useful. If you like the contents of this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like and the notification bell to be notified when new contents are uploaded. Thanks for watching Bigson Hobbies.